welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am Neva and this is my cozy little corner of the internet, and welcome back to another week in the life vlog. So hello, I am here for another week in the life vlog. First of all, I just want to say happy St. Patrick's Day. I am starting this a day later than I usually do. I usually start these on Monday, but Monday kind of got away from me. Unfortunately, we were pretty much like snowed in, but also the kids are on spring break, so everything is just up in the air. But hello friends. How are you? I hope you're well. So let's just talk a little bit about what is going on this week. So I already got my mini dazzle done for mini DP Madness for this week. So this is the disco ball in the 90s set. I really did myself a disservice this month by only getting myself one mini dazzle set, because in my head 6 dazzles felt overwhelming. Like, that felt so overwhelming to me. I didn't think about the fact that like I would need like 1 dazzle a week, you know? And when I first started doing these, I was doing 2 at a time. So I only have 1 of these left, which is fine. I've done actually well over 6 at this point, because I did, I think, 4 in the month of March, just out of my old dazzles, which was the rainbow set from Paint Gem. And then I've done 5 out of the dazzles from DAC. So I am going to, part of my goal for this year that I've added, a goal that I've added for 2026 is actually to collect mini sets. So I would like, there are quite a few other dazzle sets that I would like. They have like seasonal ones, they have holiday ones, like they have a bunch. And then they also have, I want to go to Diamond Design Co. I have a $10 gift card to Diamond Design Co. that I won in the month of January when I did Pink and Black 2026. And while Diamond Design Co. is a small shop, right? So that $10, it like takes off, I think, either shipping or taxes, which either way, I'm not complaining about free money. Okay. So grateful to it. They're a bit more expensive, but they are larger. They're like 10 by 10 inch or 15 by 15 inch, something like that, but they're bigger ones. And I really want to get some of those. And I have quite a few in my cart, actually, that is just waiting for a payday when I have the money to grab them, because I'm just going to do one big order from them. They had like book ones. I grabbed like a couple different ones that are year-long ones. And what I'm thinking is that I will do, if I can get them to me by July, then I will do one of the year-long ones, and I'll do it in an academic year. So I'll start it in July and it will end next June. But then I will start a new year-long one next January. I hope that makes sense. So that's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, I got that done today. I actually did this. You'll see this one actually, because I did it as a whip and chat. And it took me about an hour to complete. And then I am still working on bubble fairies. We love bubble fairies. It's coming along. Okay, it's coming along. I am on like right here, like where my finger is. I'm in this little section. So I only have 1 more row after I get this row completed. So hopefully I'm putting in another diamond painting order this week so that I have another diamond painting to fall on. For anyone who's new here, maybe this is your first week in the life vlog or the first video for me that you've ever seen, I worked through my stash last year, so I actually have no stash. I have no stash. I'm basically just working on diamond paintings as they come into my house, which is great but also discouraging, because if I am diamond painting more than usual or something, I run out of diamond paintings faster. So that's okay. But I'm about to do a big Easter order. I'm trying to think. This video will not come out before Easter, so I'm not going to say in here what I'm ordering. That'll be next week's vlog. I will share everything that I ordered for people for Easter. But this vlog will be like 2 weeks. It'll be uploaded like 2 weeks before Easter. But I need to do an Easter order from DAC for the people in my house. So I'm going to do that. so that I have things for Easter baskets. And then I'm just going to work on Bubble Fairies. So at this point, Bubble Fairies is part of I am part in this month of 4 different, I'm trying to think, four different diamond painting events. So I'm in the Draw with Spangler event. I'm in Stoke Your Dragonfire. I am part of Mermaids and Magic, and then I'm also doing Mini DP Madness. So the Spangler kit is stretched across Stoke Your Dragonfire, Mermaids and Magic, and the Draw with Spangler event. I am going to try to order one more Spangler before the end of April, because then I will have, I'm hoping, I'm waiting for my cousin to come and get this diamond painting, because he's paying me, I did a diamond painting, he liked it, so he's paying me for it, which is not necessary, but I'm going to use the money that he gives me from that to buy more diamond paintings. And so I'm thinking, I'm trying to decide where I want to order from with that money. So I'm trying to kind of figure that out, but I need to order, because the other place I want to order from is Hannah Lynn, diamond paintings. However, it will take like 4 to 6 weeks for them to get to me, or 3 to 5 weeks, something like that, for them to get to me. And so because of that, I'm trying to like figure out what to do. I'm probably gonna have to put in another order between, but yeah, I am trying to branch out to other places. I'm going to do it, because I need to order from 3 other shops other than DAC by the end of 2026. So, but DAC has the fastest shipping. Like, it's the easiest way for me, who doesn't have a stash, to get diamond paintings to me as quickly as possible. So there's that. I may also go to like Hobby Lobby and see what they have. I really don't like Hobby Lobby, but I don't have a Michaels that's near me, or I would just go to a Michaels store and see what they had for diamond paintings. I don't like supporting Hobby Lobby, but I do not have a Michaels. And then I need to check the Walmart, like one town over, because they have, last I checked there, they had diamond paintings from DAC. That obviously wouldn't count as buying from another shop. But it would give me some smaller kits that are a little bit cheaper. I also need to check the DAC Amazon storefront. So that's kind of where I'm at, diamond painting wise. Reading wise, I am trying to finish up the rest of the story. I need to finish that, and I'm not gonna talk about it because it's for a project, but it'll be in like its own vlog in a few months. So I need to finish that one, and then I need to finish Beneath the Stands, and I need to finish Pride and Prejudice. I'm currently watching like the TV adaptation from 1995, because my brain doesn't know what's going on. I think I'm catching on to what is supposed to be happening now that I've watched some of the show. So I'm gonna finish that, and then try to start Pride and Prejudice over tomorrow with the audiobook, and see if maybe I grasp things better. That's what I'm hoping. So that's all I have. I'm gonna go, and I'll come back and check in when I have an update. Hello, friends, from my bathroom. No, anyway, everyone here is sleeping, so I wanted to come in really quick, and I wanted to update, because I have a couple of things that I want to chat about. Really only one thing, and it's diamond painting related. So I wanted to come in and just chitty chat about something diamond painting related really quickly. And it's not really going to fully impact the channel, but I'm having a little conundrum. Okay, so I had shared that I have some things coming in for Easter that's being ordered for the whole house. There's something for my partner, there's stuff for Ari, and then I was going back and forth about what I was going to order for myself, because I am at the point where I don't have a stash, And I've shared about this. I worked through my entire stash in 2025, and in doing that, it's made it so that I don't have a stash to like rely on when I am diamond painting or looking through diamond paintings or what have you. So I was like, okay, cool. I will just order from Diamond Art Club up until the point that I have a stash, and then I will start ordering from other companies, because my goal for 2026 is to order from 3 new to me companies, so 3 companies that I've never ordered from before, and that was my goal. And I thought that it was a pretty attainable goal. It's on my bingo card for the year, so I was really happy with that. Here is where we're running into a problem. I am doing Mermaids and Magic, which is the 2026, which is a diamond painting event, and my current whip that I'm working on, which is Randall Spangler, works for that event. Another whip that I am also working on but is not seeing a lot of day on my channel technically also works for the event, and I may have to use it for that event, but my channel will not see it at all. And the reason I'm saying this is because Mermaids and Magic runs from March 1st until April 30th. There's only 30 days in April. Until April 30th. However, if I finish the Randall Spangler, which I'm guessing I'm going to finish it in the next like 2 weeks, that still gives me half of April that I don't have a kit for Mermaids and Magic. And that is a little discouraging for me, and I want to have a kit for Mermaids and Magic. So where the conundrum comes is that I looked on Diamond Art Club because I knew that the Easter stuff for people in my household was coming from DAC. DAC has the fastest shipping, and it's kind of just the easiest way to order things is to do it through DAC. I'm gonna try to set y'all here. I don't think this is gonna work, but hold on. Okay, that did not work the way that I wanted it to, but I will kind of just rest my hand on this spot. Sorry for my hand in the camera. Anyway, so I looked on DAC because I was like, there's got to be something in one of my wish lists or on the website that could work for Mermaids and Magic that is not a Randall Spangler. So I am planning on collecting as many Randall Spanglers as I can. However, I don't find joy in working on the same artist multiple times in a row. Like, I prefer to like work on an Ennis Guerrero and then move on to something else. So, which someone's going to argue with me in the comments about the Mrs. Butter D's, because I technically did 2 Mrs. Butter D back to back. However, I did a Mrs. Butter D, and then I started Ennis Guerrero, and then I was like, oh, I actually want 2 kits, and the only other kit I have was a Mrs. Butter D. Unfortunately, I run into this because I don't have a stash to work from, so I'm working on kits as they come into my house, which works great until we get to where we are. I don't have another kit that will work, another kit that I'm willing to publicly show on my channel that will work for this event. I'm okay with posting it in like the group because the group is like a private group, but I don't want this kit showcased on my channel because people could argue with me that the subject matter of this kit fosters an unsafe environment, and I do agree with that. So I'm trying to decide what to do. Maybe y'all can help me. I have a little bit of time. Like, when this goes up, I will have a little bit of time. So I'm trying to decide what to do, and y'all can comment down below if you have any advice. But my thought process here is, if I cannot find a kit before I have to order the stuff for Easter, then I'm just going to use this other kit, this elusive kit that I have that I need to work on anyway. That will get me to work on the kit, and then I will just order the Easter kit that I was originally going to order, which is the kit I'm doing for my grandma. I don't know if I talked about that in this vlog, but I talked about it in my whip and chat. So if you watch my whip and chat from last week, then you will see it. I talked about there. And it's very pretty, but it won't work for Mermaids and Magic. My other option is to just stop participating weekly in Mermaids and Magic and saying this is the kit that I finished, and then putting that in for like the big prize, which I'm probably not gonna win a prize, but I like to put in anyway. It's fun, whatever, right? It's fun. And I'm also leaning towards doing that. I basically have figured out that what I'm going to have to do is every other order. So, okay, every other order, I order only kits for myself / the channel, because I have to keep up, as a diamond painting creator, I have to keep up with the channel demand. So if I'm doing a weekly whip and chat, right, if I want to do a whip and chat as close to every week as possible, I have to have something to whip. Like, I have to have something to work on. And I am technically working on a crochet thing right now, but I don't want to work on that in a whip and chat. I just don't think, I'm not good at crochet, so I don't think that I can concentrate on talking and crocheting. Anyway, sorry. Okay, so as I was saying, every other week I order for the whole family, and then on the weeks I don't order for the whole family, I order just for myself. So I'm thinking what I'm going to have to start doing is only ordering from DAC for myself when I order for everyone else. There's lots of stuff on DAC that Ari and my partner both want over there. There's some stuff for me, like there's some mini kits and stuff, but with most of my wish list items being consistently sold out, I'm going to have to move to a different company in order to build my stash. So I guess I'm asking for people to send me their favorite companies, big shops, small shops, whatever. And I'm just gonna go that route. I have 2 shops that I want to order from that both have like US based ready to ship that are small shops. I'm gonna order from them first, and then I'm gonna kind of make my way through. Every other week, or every other order, I should say, I'm going to order from somewhere that's not DAC. They just consistently don't have the stuff. Sorry, we're dealing with some things. Anyways, so that's kind of what it's looking like at this point. Sorry, got interrupted by a small child. Okay, so just to finish this out, there will be other shops on my channel very soon. I guess I'm just asking people to tell me their favorite shops down below, so I can try them out, and that's what I'm gonna be doing. So my goal for new shops is to order 2 kits from each new shop that I do, 1 in round and 1 in square. The exception to this is going to be Jade Gem Shop. A lot of the kits that I've seen from Jade, the ones that are like ready to order, or ready to ship rather, not instead of made to order, are only in square. And I've heard good things about Jade's squares, and a lot of her, a lot of the kits that I've seen on her site, I think lend better render wise to squares than to rounds. So that may be the exception, that I may not order very many round kits from Jade, but for the most part I try to do 2, 1 round, 1 square. So the first 2 shops, I'll just tell you the first 2 shops, are going to be Muni Made and Jade Gem Shop, and then we're going to go from there. And I will still feature DAC on my channel. It's just that until either things come back into stock or they release new things that I'm able to grab, I don't like playing this game of like trying to find things that I want to diamond paint when there's not really anything that's catching my eye, because everything that I want to diamond paint, I've wishlisted. So that's kind of where we're at. But that's all I have. I'm going to go finish getting ready for bed so I can go to sleep, and I'll see y'all. Hello, friends. It's very late. Okay. We are on the last few days. Like, tomorrow is the last day of spring break for the kids, and then they go back to school on Monday. So that's kind of where we are, and then we'll be back to regular vlogging. But with the kids being home, I have Ari with me, and spring break for her was not like the best, if I'm real. I'm trying to move this so it's not like in my eyeballs, but like also so it's actually lighting. There we go. That's better. Okay. So spring break for Ari was not the best. She had a fever for like 4 of the 7 days. So, but not like all together. So she had like a day with a fever and then a day without a fever and then a day, yeah, starting on Saturday. So it's been a trial, but that means that filming has been a little weird and janky. But I wanted to come in and talk because I did finish a book and I did start a new book. So I finished, what did I finish? I finished, oh my gosh, what is it called? The rest of the story. I finished that. I'm not gonna give you any ratings or my feelings on it. It is coming soon in a reading my friend's favorite books vlog, but I did finish that one, so I need to pick a new book for that project to read. But I like to take a little bit of a break in between each book, which means that tomorrow I will be watching the show that friend picked, which I don't think I've revealed what that is, but I'm not going to, just in case people could figure out who the friend is based off the show. But they gave me a show to watch, and I'm also going to try a new craft tomorrow as well. We'll see if I can do both. I might have to do like one and then the other type thing. So there is that. So then I did pick up The Wrong Quarterback. So this book is by the same author who wrote like the Pucking Wrong series. So it's like Pucking Wrong Number and all of those, which I've wanted to read Pucking Wrong Number for a long time. It's been on my TBR since I started really reading hockey romance. I just haven't gotten to it. But The Wrong Quarterback was given to me by Sarah, my friend Sarah. She gave it to me for 12 Recs from 12 Friends. So basically what I've done is I've thrown every book on the wheel so far that's been on any TBR all year long. So this could be winter TBR, spring TBR, which I've already made, or any of my challenges. That's what's on this list. And so I've thrown all those in together, and I am kind of spinning that way. So this is a Kindle Unlimited book. I don't remember the author. I'll try to remember to post a picture. I'm always bad about doing that, but I'll try. But this one is, it's saying it's dark romance, which makes sense because the Pucking Wrong Number is dark romance. It's a dark hockey romance. I believe this one is football. Of course it is, because it's quarterback, right? Duh. Please ignore me. Well, it's because here's where I was a little bit confused. Was I believe her brother plays basketball. This is where I was a little confused. Okay, so they were talking about football, but I believe that her brother and her brother's best friend play basketball. And we are introduced to her brother and her brother's best friend, but within the first chapter, something tragic happens with her brother. And so, like, it's that. I will say it could be pretty triggering right off the bat. There is, like, death of a family member straight off the bat. I do think that the author did a really good job of doing the trigger warnings the way that they did. But I do believe that our main character, like the male love interest, I do believe he's got to be a football player. So we're following, I don't remember the girl's name, but the guy's name is Parker. I'm only like 3 chapters in. So I started it last night while I was laying down because I couldn't fall asleep, and then I ended up getting a migraine. So I read basically until my migraine started, and then I put it down. But I believe I'm like 3 chapters in. Pretty good. Still reading Pride and Prejudice. I'm going to be finishing that next week, so you'll see that progress in the next vlog. I did finish watching the 1995 adaptation, which was a TV adaptation, like a TV series adaptation with Colin Firth in it, and I did enjoy it. It did help me understand what's going on, so I'm enjoying the book now that I have watched that. So thank you honestly to Margaret and Jess for suggesting watching that and then reading the book. It's helping me. I will be reaching out to Margaret if I have questions, because I just, when I started trying to read this, so this is for the Austin and Friends read along, which is hosted by myself, Christina, which is BookTube Mama, Brooklyn from Brooklyn Reads, Mel from A Book Fiend Named Mel, and Margaret from The Word Nerd. It is all of us, and we are hosting this. We're reading one book every 2 months. So our first choice, I will try to remember to link my announcement down below, and then you can go watch everyone else's announcement as well, or I'll just link everyone, I don't know. But either way, there's an announcement on my channel. There's an announcement on all of our channels. We all made an announcement. And March and April, because we announced in February. So March and April is Pride and Prejudice. No, what am I talking about? We announced in January. So February and March was Pride and Prejudice. So I need to finish Pride and Prejudice by the end of the month, because then we have another book that we're reading next month. Now I am looking into the Barnes & Noble editions of some of these books. I want pretty editions of classics if they're going to be on my shelf. This is just like an aesthetic thing for me, okay? I want them to be pretty if on my shelf. So I have found some through Barnes & Noble that I think I'm going to order. I don't trust Amazon to not screw my books up if I have them sent that way. And then I have a couple of other books that I need to grab in the next little while to kind of finish out certain series that I have. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. And yeah, so I also only have 2 whips going currently. So I had a whip. I originally had 3 whips. So I had Bubble Fairies, I had Checking the List, which is my big Christmas Santa kit, and then I had one more kit that I was not showing on my channel. I have somehow along the way, so okay, I was not enjoying working on the kit that I was not showing on my channel. I was not enjoying that kit. The gapping in it was really bad. I just did not care about the kit, even though it had been a kit that I was excited to work on originally. So I was like, let me just kit this back up so I can work on it and get it done. I kit it back up, but somewhere along the way, I am missing colors. I'm not sure what I did when I kitted it down to like fuck it up. I don't know what I did, but this was my sign from the diamond painting gods, if you will, that it was time for this kit to go away. So I rolled it up, I put it back in its box, and I let Ari throw it in the trash. Some people are going to really disagree with me on this. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I've never in my 3 years of diamond painting ever thrown a kit away in the trash, other than there were 3 kits that unfortunately in the move between Indiana and Iowa, they molded. I'm not sure how that happened. I think it was because there was a box of diamond painting accessories or diamond painting things that included kits that were stored in my friend's garage, and I think that it may have molded in her garage. That's not her fault. I've not even said anything to her about it, so I don't think she watches my channel, but if she watches this and she knows who she is, I'm not blaming anyone. It's really no big deal. Unfortunately, I can't replace any of those kits because they're all like older kits, but that's okay. They're still in my logbook as kits that I finished. I just no longer have like the physical kit anymore, and that's okay. So other than that, I've never thrown a kit away. I especially never like started a kit and then tossed it. I've never even really destashed kits because I don't have enough kits to destash. I'm very intentional about the kits that I purchase, and so there's never been a reason for me to destash. But this kit had to go. And when I realized that I was missing colors, I'm not going to order colors. This was a kit that was, technically it was gifted. It was like given to me in a destash. So basically someone I knew, well, my friend's mom was destashing kits and was like, I can send you some kits if you want them. And I was like, okay, cool. And so she just gave me whatever kits she wanted to destash. And, yeah, so I was like, okay, cool. That's really awesome that she's like destashing these. And it was a kit that I was excited to work on. Unfortunately, it had to go. So it's been thrown away. So now I'm only down to 2 whips. I have Bubble Fairies and then I have Checking the List. I do have Checking the List kitted up. It's currently on my table and I have been working on it. It has been fun to work on. Oh, I'm missing a couple. It has been fun to work on. I'm sorry, I'm going to finish this little section because I thought I got this done. And these are going to be the 2 kits that are on my, wheel at this point. But I am going to change my wheel back. So I was originally spinning the whip wheel and then spinning what I was calling a section wheel. And I'm going to retire the section wheel. And this is why. Because if I only have 1 or 2 whips kitted up, like if I only have 1 or 2 kits that are kitted up, I count a whip as a painting that is kitted up. So if it's taking room up in my storage, then I'm counting it as a whip. That's how I'm doing it. And that's how I've always done it. I don't count a whip as only something that is kitted up and has drills on canvas, because there could be any number of reasons why something is kitted up, but I haven't actually placed a drill yet. I hope that makes sense. Because a lot of times if I have the forethought to do it, I will kits up early for things, for like any kind of, like if I know that, I'll just give an example. So Naomi from House of Miscellanea is doing a like cottage core DP along in April. So I don't have the kit that I'm going to be doing for that DP along yet. I think she's doing it April and May. Could be wrong. Pretty sure I'm right. But anyway, let's say that I already had that kit here. I don't have the kit here yet. But when it comes, I will kit it up. So it will come in April. Like I will be, it won't get to me, I don't think, before the end of the month. But let's say that I already had that kit. It would already be kitted up, waiting for drills to be placed on it for the DP along. So I do tend to kit things up ahead of time, if possible, just so that it's ready to go, you know? So, that's why I count a whip as being kitted up, not necessarily drills on canvas. So those are my 2 whips, but when I only have 2 whips, I don't want to work on a whole, like I don't want to work on more than 1 section of each whip if I don't have to. So I'm going to use my whip wheel, and I'm going to spin my whip wheel, and whatever I land on, I will do a section, and then I'll spin my whip wheel again and do a section, and so on and so forth. Now that could mean that I'm doing 4 sections on Santa Claus, on checking the list before I get to move to Bubble Fairies, or vice versa, and that's okay. But I have found that I don't like being forced to do, like I don't like doing like, okay, so like last week I spun for Bubble Fairies. This is what made me change this. So last week I spun for Bubble Fairies, and then I had Ari spin, and then I had her spin the section wheel, and I got a whole row. And so I drug my feet. Like I haven't even finished the row that I was supposed to finish last week, because I drug my feet on it, because I was like, well, I don't want to do a whole row. Like I would have preferred to do like 1 section and then spin for something else. So that's where we're at with that. I'm going to get rid of the section wheel, and I'm just going to do the whip wheel, and I think that will be better. But I'm going to add to the whip wheel, not right now, because I am in the middle of ordering things. I had to order some stuff for Easter, so I didn't order myself anything in this last order. I just ordered stuff for Easter, like stuff for Ari for Easter. And so because of that, what I'm going to do is the next order that I do, where I order things, I'm going to add, I'm not going to kit anything up when it comes, unless it's for an event. That's my caveat. But I am going to add a slice to my whip wheel that says kit something, or kit up something new. And this wheel slice is going to be weighted funny. I'm going to try to figure out how to film it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my whip wheel on my lap, or on my iPad, because then I can actually film the iPad from my phone. So right now the whip wheel is actually on my phone, but I think I'm going to put it on my iPad, and then I can actually film it for you guys, like for y'all, from my iPad, so you can see it. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a smaller slice for that kit up something new, and then my actual whips that I'm working on will be the larger slices. I also think I'm going to put less weight on checking the list and more weight on bubble fairies and like other things, like if I'm doing something specifically for an event. So bubble fairies is specifically for Mermaids and Magic 2026. That is running until the end of April. So I am still participating in that, but there probably will be something else kitted up for that. But anything that is for like the cottage core, DP along, or Mermaids and Magic, or anything else I decide to like jump into in the next few months, like anytime that I decide to jump into a DP along or an event, then whatever is supposed to be for that, like whatever kit I'm working on for the specific event in that month or that couple of months, because some events run for more than 1 month, those will be more heavily weighted so that I'm hopefully getting more done on those. But it also allows me to have like 3 or 4 whips if possible. My ideal, I've been asked this question, so I'll answer it here, and then maybe I'll do a video on it or something if you want. But my ideal whip situation would be between 3 and 6 whips. That would be my ideal situation. This would allow for like 3 square, 3 round, or 3 large kits and 3 small kits, like whatever configuration you're looking at. I would like to have 3 full canvas whips and then a 1 mini dazzle. And here is the reason, or mini kit of some kind. Here is the reason why. I currently YouTube is currently my full-time job. That may be changing, so there may be a video coming out where I kind of explain what will be changing with that. I'm not ready to make that video yet, so I'm not going to go into it right now, but there probably will be a video coming out about that in the very near future. So the thing with that is, when I'm here during the day by myself and I am doing YouTube work, I'm doing a lot of admin. I'm reading. I'm updating spreadsheets. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I think people don't think about on the back end of YouTube. Because I think if you're just a viewer of YouTube, it feels like your favorite creators are just kind of sitting in front of a camera, we're talking, and then we're uploading. But there's a lot of back end stuff that we have to do. And when you are a channel that is niched down, right? So I've done planner content. In the form of a podcast, I've done true crime content, and now obviously I'm in this like cozy hobby type of content. But before this, right, I was doing only book content. I can't keep up with the algorithm for BookTube, which is why I pivoted and kind of made it my own thing this way. And this has worked very well for me. I'm not seeing the growth, I guess, that some other channels may see, but I think that's a few different factors. I'm not going to get into that right now. I think it's a few different factors, but I think one of the factors is just simply that my content has changed, because I have seen more crafty people coming over. Yeah, I've seen more crafty people coming over. Now, those same crafty people, some of them have left when they realize that I talk about books, but I do think that crafts and books and cozy games are all part of the cozy genre. So, like, I think that they all fit together just fine. But anyway, as I was saying, I do a lot of audiobooking during the day. So my, like, normal work hours, if I'm able to get up and, like, work most of the day while everyone is at work and at school, I try to have my work hours be 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That doesn't always work, but I try. Now, worst comes to worst, I only get, we'll say 12 to 3. There's some days where, like, my body is just not cooperating. I do have chronic pain. I do have sleep issues that go with that. And so because of that, sometimes my work day is like noon to 3 or noon to 5. Once Ari gets home from school, audiobooking is done for the day. So say that I get up at 11:30. So from then until about 3:30, I will listen to audiobooks and I will really invest myself in diamond painting. after Ari gets home from school, a lot of times I'm doing other things. I'm editing, I'm uploading content, like I'm transferring content to my computer. I'm doing things that don't require me to be locked in with headphones on a lot of times. And there's no filming that happens after Ari gets home from school. That's just mostly because she is doing activities that are loud. She's a child. She's 8 years old. She's almost 9 years old. So she's watching TV. She's playing on the Switch. She's coloring or singing to herself or whatever. So there are things that are happening that are not conducive to filming. That's just what it is. And that's fine. But it makes it so that the bulk of my alone workday is spent listening to audiobooks, reading the content that I need, updating vlogs or videos for said content, and diamond painting. That's what I'm doing. When I am doing all of the back end stuff, I'm always also diamond painting because I need to be doing something with my hands. If I'm editing a video, I actually will have my computer sitting. I need to get a computer stand. So if anyone has like a really great like laptop stand, please let me know. Okay. But I need to get a laptop stand because a lot of times what I do is I set my computer on top of my diamond painting, like over here, while I'm working on a section over here, because that's still covered like in plastic, or it's done, like that section is done, and either I put it on stuff that's not done or I put it on stuff that is. But either way, it's protected either by diamonds or by like the plastic sheeting or whatever. And I'll have my laptop sitting here and I will be editing, like I will be diamond painting, and then because a lot of editing for me is listening. I have to listen to edit, and so I will diamond paint while I listen to myself talk, which I hate listening to myself talk, but I will diamond paint while I'm listening to myself talk. A lot of times I attach my AirPods, like my headphones, to my laptop because I can focus a little bit better, and then I will diamond paint while I'm listening, edit, diamond paint, edit. Like that's what I do. That's my day. If I'm not editing video clips, then I am doing this, like I'm diamond painting and I'm listening to books. So like Monday and Tuesday is going to be a lot of diamond painting and listening to Pride and Prejudice. That's what my day is going to consist of. I used to have designated reading days. Now I just kind of tell myself like, okay, I do still write down designated reading days in case, say, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday are still designated reading days, but I tend to read every day. So I have my designated reading days Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just because if, say, Tuesday and Thursday, I have other things I need to do, then I make sure that I read Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But I try to have a bulk of my week being reading the content, because I have to read the content to have, like I have to read to have the content to talk about. And I'm going to be working on some like diamond painting for beginners videos. I do feel like I'm 3 years into diamond painting at this point almost, and I feel like I have a little bit more expertise, I guess. I don't know if anyone cares about my tutorials. There are plenty of people that do tutorials on YouTube that you could watch, but I've been asked to do them. Like I put up a poll, like I've been asked to do them before anyway. Hold on. But I did put up a poll after receiving a few messages about why I don't do tutorials or would I do tutorials. And so I put up a poll and people really overwhelmingly, I basically put up a poll asking what kind of diamond painting content y'all wanted. And I said, these are kind of the options that I have, for the content. What do you want? Like out of these, like what is the most of interest to you? And pretty overwhelmingly tutorials or how-tos were top of the list. So I don't know if I do know there's been a little bit of an insurgence of people coming to the diamond painting space. This happens every like 6 months to a year, I would say. So people are discovering the craft. People are wanting to do the craft. And I think that that's great. I think that's great. I think that it's fun. I think that everyone should try it. but that means that people are wanting tutorials and stuff. I will say that I want to warn people that I'm not going to be a channel that does like diamond painting on a budget, here's what to buy on Amazon type of videos when it comes to actually buying diamond paintings. I do not buy diamond paintings unless they are legally licensed. So like, I'm not going to buy from like Amazon or Temu. I'm not doing that because I don't think, and someone can correct me in the comments if I'm incorrect, I've not found anything through Amazon or Temu that is legally licensed unless like through Amazon there are storefronts. So Amazon has like a Diamond Art Club has an Amazon storefront. Art Dot has an Amazon storefront. Forever Young has an Amazon storefront. Those are legally licensed because they're just their stores, but on what am I trying to say? On Amazon, right? So those are still going to be legally licensed. Like Diamond Art Club, I've ordered from the Diamond Art Club storefront. I put with like kits from the Diamond Art Club storefront into my wish list before, because there are people that sometimes send things from my wish list, which is so nice. And so I have that on there, so that if you want to send diamond paintings, you can that way. They're a little bit cheaper on Amazon storefront, so I can do like that kind of thing where I'm like, okay, these are the kits you can buy from like Diamond Art Club without breaking the bank, right? And the easiest way, in my opinion, to do that is through Diamond Art Club's Amazon storefront, because Diamond Art Club, their website does have a $75 like threshold, or you have to pay, I think it's $10 in shipping. And not everyone can afford that. If they're trying to just buy like a $20 kit, they may not be able to afford that $10 in shipping, you know? So I will do videos like that, but there are channels out there that will show you how to like diamond paint, like the cheapest ways to diamond paint. I am not going to make videos like that just because it will make it so that I am kind of going against like my own ethics. I'm not talking about anyone else's. If you want to buy off Amazon, that's okay. When I first started diamond painting, I did buy off Amazon. Those kits have never seen the light of day because I learned about the licensing of artwork shortly thereafter. But I mean, I'm not going to stop anyone from doing it if that's what you want to do. Like, okay. But yeah, that's kind of where I am with that personally. But I will say that I'm going to be making some tutorial videos, how to diamond paint. If you have nothing, like if all you have is like you ordered a kit from Diamond Art Club, a $20 kit, I'm going to use small kits for this, because I do want to give you the most cost-effective ways of diamond painting. Not everyone wants to spend $70, $80, $90 on a kit, and I understand that. I hear you. So I will be showing like smaller kits, mini dazzles, mini kits from other companies, things like that. Now, obviously, your smaller companies, this is a thing that I see as discourse in the diamond painting community. Smaller companies are always going to be more money. I need y'all to understand. Like, small businesses are always going to be more money when it comes to things like, I'll even talk about book stuff here too. When it comes to things like diamond paintings or pens or like putty and wax, I feel like are pretty cost effective most of the time. But when you're talking about things like, I'm trying to even think of like what I would be talking about here. Okay, in the book community, this is specifically with digital books, so this is like specifically with Kindle. I see a lot of discourse around homemade pop sockets, because when you order pop sockets, so like for instance, I don't have one in front of me, I don't think, but I order all of my pop sockets from Ivy Resin Shop on Etsy. I believe she now has a standalone website. I haven't ordered anything since her standalone website, but the next time that I order, I am going to order from her standalone. Oh, actually, here's a pop socket right here because I had to pop it off the back of my phone. This is one of my Ivy Resin Shop pop sockets. You can order it with this MagSafe backing, or you can order it just as a normal pop socket, like with the sticky back, but these are removable. So like I can remove this pop socket from this and switch it out. Swappable pop sockets. This pop socket I think cost me like $30 or $35. It cost me $30 or $35, and this one I know I got on a sticky back, so I didn't even get it with the MagSafe thing, which is a little bit more, but it was like $30 or $35 when I bought it. It's a homemade pop socket. She like pours the resin. She does all of that. Like, yes, the base of it is a pop socket. Like, it is your typical round, clear pop socket. But this part of it, the cutie part, is actually, it's like homemade, right? I've seen discourse around small shops and, oh, well, I just buy everything off Amazon because it's cheaper. Fine. Do that. But here's what I'm going to tell you. You're not going to get the same quality and like loving care, in my opinion. Like, I don't buy my trays, like anything I can get from a small shop, I get from a small shop. Trays, pens, putty, wax, anything like that I can get from a small shop in the diamond painting community, I do. Anything that's 3D printed, I have gotten from a small shop. I'm looking at more 3D printed items from small shops. A lot of people do like the Amazon hauls where they buy like all their stuff, you know, from the small shops or whatever. Or, I mean, I'm sorry, they do Amazon hauls where they're buying like trays or pens or whatever from Amazon. If that's what you want to do, that is fine and good. I choose to put my money into small shops because that personally matters to me. So there's that. So I will show some small shops. I will do some different tutorials. That's where I was going with this. I will be doing some different tutorials since people do want to see them. So I'm trying to kind of map that out and figure out like the best day. I might do like, I don't know, like a Tip Tuesday or something like that. But I need to find another day to upload those because right now Monday is vlogs. Vlogs go up on Mondays. Whip and chats go up on Wednesdays, and then Friday is usually post reviews or starting of like or they're either post reviews or they are like start to finish vlogs, because I'm going to start doing those basically where you follow my progress of a diamond painting from start to finish, so from unboxing to completion. And then I probably will still do dedicated post reviews. I went back and forth about this because I was like, well, I can just throw the post review into the end of the like start to finish vlog and then people can do that. I don't think that that will work for everyone. A lot of people really love a dedicated post review that they can find easily, that they can easily go onto the channel and say, oh, this is, and scroll through, or they can look for the playlist and say post reviews. So I'm going to continue doing dedicated post reviews for that very reasoning. Just because I think that people do like, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I do think that people do like the dedicated post reviews. So I'm going to make sure that dedicated post reviews are still available on my channel, but I will be doing the start to finish vlogs just where I can kind of talk in real time about my diamond paintings without taking up a bunch of time in week in the life vlogs. Because I don't feel like they fit well in the week in the life vlogs. Originally, that's what I was going to try and do, but I just don't feel like they fits well with it. I don't know what that is. Anyway, so that's kind of where I'm at. I'm going to go now. I've been talking for over 30 minutes, which is ridiculous. So sorry. I will say my vlogs have been really weird the last 2 weeks. I was dealing with grief last week and the week before that. And then this week the kids were home. And so I just didn't have time to really sit down and like truly film anything. But that's where I'm at. I'm going to go now. Like I said, I will show y'all the whip wheel tomorrow, like before I close out, because we will spin tomorrow, the whip wheel, and we'll see what I'm going to be working on starting tomorrow and then throughout next week. So I will be showing y'all the whip wheel as we spin it. There might be some days or whatever, or times where you don't see the whip wheel. I just say like, oh, I finished this section or whatever, but that's just for time's sake. And sometimes I don't have like the time to pull out my phone and like film the whip wheel, but that's where we're at. I am going to get a hold of my friend Sarah this week because we are supposed to be reading Throttled by Lauren Asher. She wanted to read that book, so we had decided that we were going to buddy read it, and so I need to get a hold of her and talk to her about when she wants to start that. So I may end up putting The Wrong Quarterback on hold while we read that, because I don't have an audio, unless I can find an audiobook for Throttled, just because I don't want to have to, I really do not want to have to try to bounce between, what? I really don't want to have to bounce between, books on my Kindle. That's my whole thing, is I'm not wanting to have to do that. It's not like a fun time for me to try and like bounce between Kindle books. So yeah, I'm trying to avoid doing that. So I'm gonna go and probably try and sleep. I don't know. My sleep schedule has been all messed up, so I'm trying to decide if I just stay up the rest of the night and try to like reset my schedule, which may be a thing that I do. That may be a thing that I do, y'all. But we're gonna see. I'm gonna go. I have finished my section of Santa, so I need to actually spin. So I'm gonna actually go do that. And we'll see what I get, and I'll kind of decide from there if I'm gonna continue diamond painting tonight or not. But yeah, so hopefully I will have some more diamond painting stuff coming. I do have a package coming on Monday, so there was going to be a reel, basically like after, like you'll see this vlog, but the day that you see this vlog, there will probably also be either the same day, so Monday when y'all are watching this vlog, there is a reel on my channel, or if it's not there when you're watching this, it will be up on Tuesday, because I have some stuff coming from Bijou Bliss and I want to do a reel. I'm going to try just doing a short form. I will talk, but it's going to be an unboxing, and I will talk and say like, yeah, this is what we got, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to try to make it a 3-minute reel instead of, or short or whatever, instead of making it a, long form video. I just don't feel like I have enough coming in right now to do long form style videos for small shop hauls. When, again, some things are going to be changing over here. So when those things start changing, I will probably start doing actual small shop hauls, but it will be like I think I did this before when I lived in Indiana, because I would order from multiple shops and then I would wait for everything to come and then I would unbox it all together, and we would do like a small shop haul where I was showing like putty, trays, pens, like everything all at once. I want to go back to doing that, but in order for me to do that, there's some things on my end that are going to be changing in the next few months that will allow for me to do that. And when I'm able to do that, then I will probably go back to dedicated long form videos where we do like small shop Saturday. That was like a thing that I really loved doing, was doing the small shop Saturday. And so I will probably go back to doing that, just because then I can what was I saying? Then if I go back to doing the small shop Saturday, then those will be dedicated like long form videos, like where I show you everything and we try things out and we talk about it and everything like that. So that's kind of where I am going with that, but I don't really think I have much else to say. at this point, I think that's really all I have for y'all. So I'm gonna jump off here for real this time. And I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go. That's what I'm gonna do. So I will talk to y'all. I will come back tomorrow and we'll close out and we'll talk about a few other things, and then that will be it for this week's vlog. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Hello friends. I'm just here to close out this week in life vlog. So thank you so much for being here. I don't really have a lot to update today. I'll do like a full like book update in the morning, because basically I'm closing this out so that I can upload it for tomorrow, and then tomorrow I'll start a new vlog. So I did finish one book this week, which is great. Very proud of myself for finishing a book this week, and hoping to finish at least one next week. I have some stuff coming in the mail, which I will show in the vlog, but I'm also doing like an unboxing, like a real unboxing. So I'll be doing some short form, like a short form clip of, or a short form style of unboxing when it arrives tomorrow. The other stuff that's coming isn't coming until Thursday, and none of it is actually for me. It's all Easter stuff for Ari. So I probably won't do a full unboxing of that stuff because I'm probably just going to leave it in the box until I need to put it in like her basket and everything. But yeah, that's really all that I have at this point. So thank you so much for being here. Let me know down below what you did this week, maybe what you read, what projects you finished, anything like that. And I will see y'all very soon somewhere else on the internet. Bye.